What's poppin' A&D ointment? It's me, Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade. Belle Collective Season 3. I learned at the end of the season that it wasn't Season 4. It was in fact Season 3 when they were saying it was a new season, but whatever, I digress. Season 3 Reunion Part 1 review. I do have a fashion killer video coming for the reunion looks, so be on the lookout for that. And I have a fashion killer video for the Huntsville reunion as well. Also, you guys, this week me and Sharita will be collaborating on the Golden Globes fashion killer video, so be on the lookout for that too this week. It's gonna be hilarious as always. But anywho, let's get into this reunion part 1, which was great. The ladies came with it. So we kicked the reunion off with Tisha versus Latrice and the 9-to-5 issue. And Tisha says that she got phone calls and emails from people saying that they didn't like Latrice's comment about, don't nobody want no 9-to-5 job. Latrice says that that's a complete lie. She called me and said my sister loved you. And Letitia quickly stopped her and was like, right, my sister. That ain't got nothing to do with everybody else. Okay? So, got you on that one. Tisha was like, yeah, we did talk about it. And then she just went in on Latrice. She was like, you will sell your soul for your image. That text message came from you talking about the whole Tamra situation. Everything about you is a lie. You try to destroy people with your lies when I could destroy you with your truth. And I was like, well, come on, Miss Seeley. You better speak a word. I was like, you came prepared. Okay, Letitia. And Latrice was like, demolish me. And Tisha says, I got more peace than you will ever have. Every time I look into your eyes, you're empty. You have nothing. You are miserable. And she said that with every fiber of her being. She said that with her chest. Okay? All of her chest. And Latrice says, we compare lives. I know you want my life. And Letitia's like, girl, you got me messed up. Who want Cliff in your life? She said, you're a jealous, miserable biz naive. And Latrice says, what am I jealous of? All y'all hoes income literally, listen, if your income isn't 20K or better, and I was like, did she mean 20K a month or better? Because 20K a year is poverty, okay? Like, that didn't come out quite right. And Akeisha quickly stopped her and was like, excuse me, don't include all y'all. Okay? Because we're not even talking to you, talking about her and Gucci. So Carlos was like, hold up, where is all of this coming from? And Latrice says, Tisha and Marie would literally call me to conspire, and they did this. Marie was like, why would I call you? And I'm thinking the same thing. Like, it's quite known that y'all don't like each other. So why would Marie get on the line with you, with Tisha, when y'all don't even mess with each other? Like, I find that hard to believe, but you never know with folks. Latrice was like, yo, B called me with you on 3-way. And Tisha was like, who a B? And Latrice was like, you. So Latrice feels that if Letitia had a problem with the whole 9-to-5 situation, she should have came to her about it right after and not months later when it's time to film. Now, Letitia says that she did come to her and talk to her about it, and she says that people were asking, was Latrice drunk? Akeisha backs this statement up. And I think that Akeisha was being very fair and neutral. I don't see Akeisha being the type that's just gonna jump on a bandwagon because she's not getting along with somebody, because her and Letitia don't even, like, they get along, but they ain't besties or nothing like that. And even she said, even though I wasn't there, I did have people saying that even around me, Here's my thing about the Letitia and Latrice situation. We don't know if she called her and said something about the 9 to 5 then, or if she waited until they got on camera. I don't know. I've said it all season and I'll continue to say it. I watched the whole entire video speech of what Latrice said at that brunch, and the whole speech that she gave was not bad. People were laughing. She was engaging. She was being real. It wasn't as bad as how Letitia made it seem, and Marie as well. I can understand why people would have a problem with somebody saying nobody want a 9 to 5 job. I can see that. So I get both sides, but I don't think that it was that bad for me. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to Tisha saying that Latrice is miserable and she lies and she try to destroy people's lives and this, that, and the third, I 100% agree with that. And it was amazing to me how many people were backing up Latrice on social media and saying that Letitia and Marie are all haters and jealous of her and da-da-da-da-da-da. I was like, it's not a coincidence that she is falling out with everybody on this show. The only reason why her and Tam are rocking with each other is because they both are on the outs. You know what I'm saying? With the entire group, for real. But Latrice has been proven to be a liar. She is very manipulative. She is very sneaky and shady. Her own husband called her a snake. So, I mean, after that, really, what can you say? I do think that she's miserable. I do think that she's sad. I do think that there is a lot going on at home. I know that you can tell she's not happy in her life and her marriage, being tied to Cliff. I think that she's in a very controlling, toxic relationship that could probably be mentally or even physically abusive. Yeah, I most certainly believe that. And I honestly do not believe that she started that company on her own. I think that Cliff helped her. I think because if she was a self-made millionaire without him, she would have been left him by now. She wouldn't be still with him. I think that his name is on that paperwork, and that's the reason why she can't leave him. 1000%. And I've been saying this. He got control over her finances and everything else. If it was that easy for her to skedaddle, she would, but she can't. So then we go to the Gucci versus Latrice situation, and Latrice reveals that she was working with 2 realtors at the same time, including Gucci, and that they looked at one place. Gucci was supposed to have been, getting everything done for her. She didn't hear from Gucci for months. She said Gucci wasn't even on her mind. And, the other realtor came through for her. Now, Gucci says that she was working on everything. I find it hard to believe that months go by and you wouldn't hear nothing from this girl about the property. She working for months on this one property. Like, that's crazy. That's craziness to me. I think what happened was she was working with 2 realtors, and maybe Gucci was moving too slow for her, and she went with the other one. Whoever gonna come through first. I think that's what honestly happened. And I just think that the way Latrice handles her business dealings is just juvenile. And it's just like, what? She isn't clear. She isn't concise. She doesn't communicate. And that's all Gucci was saying, is just communicate with me. That's it. And it really cracked me up when Carlos was like, do you think you owe her an apology? And Latrice was like, no. Like, how hard is it just to say, I'm sorry? But Carlos did point out to Gucci, he was like, why didn't you have her sign a contract or something? And Gucci was like, I thought we were closer than that and that I could get to it later. And that's one thing that you have to always understand in business. It don't matter if it's your mama, your sister, your uncle, your cousin, your brother, or whatever. Get that paperwork done, because situations like this will happen and people will F you over. Okay? Um, so then Carlos was like to Latrice, so last year when you said Gucci was the realtor queen, were you lying? And she was like, yeah, I lied to make her look good. And Akeisha stood up for Gucci and was like, she's doing good for herself. I've seen what she's bringing in. Like, don't do her. And then Latrice goes on to say that she has friends that are brokeragers and they told her that Gucci only sold 5 homes. Like, this goes back to the snake part. Like, why are you even inquiring about how many houses that this girl sold and all of this stuff to make her look bad? Like, I could understand hyping your friend up when they was friends, but you ain't got it. Like, I just hate it. I just honestly hate the way Latrice be moving and the things that she be doing to people. Like, it's so messed up. But I think that this is a part of her acting out what she can't do to Cliff, she does to others. And that's how I honestly feel. She can't snake him. She can't sneak him. She can't go off on him. So she does it to other people. I really honestly feel like hurt people. And I think that's what's going on with her. And I like I said, I just don't like the way she handled Gucci. Because Gucci didn't do anything to her. She really honestly didn't. And Akeisha even says to Latrice, I'm not on the attack train. I've always heard rumors about Latrice, but I don't believe rumors. I was getting to know Latrice for herself. I see a lot of hurt in Latrice. It is something going on with her that she projects this pain. I think she has this guard up, and I think it's beyond this stage. Her defense mechanism is to do the thing she does, which is childish. She says, I can run circles around Akeisha. They jealous of my life. They want to be me. Nobody wants to be you but you. And that was so eloquently spoken. And it was just like, exactly, girl. Like, what candy land are you living in where you think somebody wants your life? Like, Akeisha is very successful. Marie is very successful. Why do you think they want your life and Howard Hewitt? Don't nobody want that old Negro with that S curl in his head. Girl, sit down. So Latrice is like, we're going to have to agree to disagree on that one. And I'm going to say something else. Watching Latrice and her mannerisms and everything else, y'all know how I point out she's always tucking that hair behind her ear and twitching and glitching and moving all around. She's not even comfortable doing the things that she does. Like, even when she was on stage clapping back and going at the ladies, her lips were trembling. She was shaking. And this is how she always is. I pay attention to her. This ain't even who she is as a person. You can tell it's not who she is. She's not even built like that. But once again, I feel like she's doing to others what is being done onto her. But she's not a mean girl at the core of her. You can tell she don't have it in her. She just be shaking and glitching and doing everything like that's not even who she is. So the Tisha and Akeisha situation comes up, and Akeisha makes it clear that she and Tisha don't have the same ideas when it comes to Ferris Street. And Tisha says she roots for Akeisha and that they're working on their friendship. And I'm happy to see that that's slowly but surely happening between them, because it was ridiculous in the first place. So then Marie versus Tamra happens. Gucci says that Tamra called her and said that the state capitol were inviting the Bells to come and be honored. Everybody except for one person, but she didn't tell her who that one person was. But that it had something to do with fraud or something. I mean, right when you say that, everybody gonna know you supposed to be referring to Marie, even though this lady has disputed it 50 million times. And with this whole state capitol thing, it was blatantly obvious before even the information came out at the reunion that Tamra was behind this. Tamra, the type of person that like to throw rocks and hide her hands because she wants to seem like she's above it all. And she's a businesswoman, and I'm on the radio and I would never, and she do stuff behind the scenes, child. So Tamara says that the only thing she's at fault for and wrong for is not directly contacting Marie, I guess, to tell her she wasn't invited. Tamara was like, I assumed Tisha would tell her. So Tisha was like, when I look back at the show, I see that Jacqueline, your cousin that orchestrated the shower with you, she was our tour guide at the state capitol. And Marie was like, what? So she worked there? And Letitia was like, yeah, she was heavily involved. And everybody was figuring out at that point that, oh, okay, so y'all did have something to do with Marie being off the list. It makes perfect sense now. And it's just like, stand in it. I hate when people do stuff and then want to act like, huh? What are you talking about? Who said that? Like, just admit, yeah, I did. I didn't want to be there. Sure did. Left off the list. And what? Who gonna hurt me? Huh? Who gonna check me, boo? Nobody. So the girls break for lunch. And Latrice, like, talking to herself or talking to whoever was sitting next, I think it was Tamara. And she was like, she's an MF and liar. And Tisha was like, you ain't nobody lying on you. You know me and you don't want to do this. Don't I look cute? Like, trying to be like, she was like, don't I look cute? Like, girl, like, like, girl, you don't want this. You don't want it. And Latrice was like, don't ever lie on me like that. And Tisha was like, Latrice, what was the lie? Latrice says, everything you said out your mouth. Marie comes over and was like, don't do it. Don't do it. Come on, Tisha. And Tisha's like, you ain't nothing but an insecure bee. And Latrice says, what the F am I insecure about? So at this point, Marie and the producers are able to get Letitia to start heading towards the back. And Marie was like, that's so childish. And Latrice was like, B, you're childish. And Marie was like, who you talking to? Let me tell you something. It's a lot of people that I would fight, but Marie ain't one of them. Marie looked like she been brolic her whole life. Marie looked like the type that was fighting little girls on the playground for they hosted snacks during lunch period. Like, absolutely not. Latrice looked like she fought her whole life. She fought her mamas, her uncles, her daddies, her cousins. No. Latrice looked like that girl that got busy back in the day. And I'm sorry, not Latrice. Marie looked like the type that got busy back in the day. Latrice looked like she had to fight when she had to fight, but she really don't look like no fighter like that. She looked like she'd fight if she absolutely had to, but she was more so on some, I'm trying to be cute time. You know what I'm saying? She looked like the type that'll call her cousins on you. You know what I'm saying? So it was giving me very much security is here, so I'm going to talk my ish. And I don't blame you, girl, but what you going to do when security ain't around? Because Marie looked like she'll bust a cap off into your ass, okay? So Latrice was like, I'm talking to you. So Marie was like, what the F you want to do? Like, what's up? Keisha was like, are you guys really going to fight in your good clothes? And that was like, exactly, because y'all cannot fight each other in these dresses. Marie, your dress too tight. Latrice, you got on a whole ball gown. Girl, you gonna get swallowed up in it and trip over yourself. Like, stop. So Marie was like, you got me effed up. I'm that one. I'll beat the brakes off your ass. And Latrice was like, please do. So Marie was walking backstage. It was like maggot, a wench. And girl, I knew right there Marie was about it when she called her a wench, honey. I ain't heard nobody call nobody a wench since I was a little girl. Okay, that's how you know Marie grew up in the hood, child. Marie was like, you maggot wench. I was like, oh yeah. Marie looked like the type that used to go skating every weekend, and if something popped off at the skating ring, she was taking off her skate and hitting you in the head with it. Like, that's the type of girl Marie gives me, honey. So Latrice was like, you wish you had a husband, B. No, I'm sorry. Marie was like, maggot, a wench. Your husband made you. And Latrice says, you wish you had a husband, biz naive with your broke ends. And I was like, even Carlos has said that Marie got coins. Like, let's not do that. Like, she's not broke. Marie was like, I'm gonna come out this dress and beat that. I'm tired of her effing mouth. Latrice was like, get you a car. And it wasn't until I saw somebody on social media point out that Marie don't ever drive no car in the scenes. The only time we've seen her drive a car was that big van. Now, I don't know what that's about. Why she ain't got no car? Because it's obvious she got money. So somebody explain to me why Marie don't be driving no car. Like, why she always driving that van for her practices. I don't know. But it ain't going to take a fact away from the fact the lady got more money than me. Okay? So Marie was like, I'm gonna beat the brakes off her A. And Latrice like, I'm gonna stand right here. What's up? So Marie was like, let her through. I'm about that MF in life. I'm not doing no talking, you delusional a-hole. So Carlos and another guy, I think it was one of the producers, is holding Latrice back, trying to calm her down. And she starts to cry. And once again, you know, certain people cry when they get very upset because they get so mad. I'm one of those people. But in this instance, I don't think that it was a cry because I'm so mad I want to get to her. Like, ooh, that cry was, this ain't even you, girl. Like, you know this ain't you. I feel like Latrice is trying to put on this persona like she bought it, but that ain't even her. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it was, you know, and I think that she honestly wants to be liked by these girls, but she just be moving weird. So, Marie was like, your husband made you worry about that prenup you signed. You don't own ish, but your MFing name. And I bet money on that. That's the truth. 1,000%. That's why that lady's still there, and that's why she's stuck. And I do believe it's some foul play going on in that household. I really honestly do. We're not going to look past early on in the season and that incident that happened in that parking lot. Like, no. So yeah, that's my review of Reunion Part 1. It's a 3-part reunion. Part 1, I'm going to give it an A. It was really good, entertaining, honey. The ladies came with it. Tisha came with it, honey. She came with it. Now, did she come with the fashions? Absolutely not. And we will get to that on my Fashion Killer video because, boy, I got a lot to say about that one. But, yeah, Reunion Part 1 for Belle Collective was great. Loved it. Let's talk about it down below in the comment section. Y'all tell me y'all thoughts and feelings on the reunion. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.